Welcome to Subramani. Very different kind of video vlog that I'm doing today. Somebody called me yesterday. I was doing a session for young boys and girls, and one person said, "What is a brokerage account?" Then I realized that some of my viewers may not even know what is a brokerage account. So let me start. This is very basic. I know many of you are veterans, you should skip it, but maybe it's good for your children to know what's a brokerage account. What happens is Provident Fund, PPF, National Savings Certificates are all things which many bank fixed deposits. These are things which most of us know, and many of us would have started this when you were either 3 years old if your parents started it for you, or 22 years old, 24 years old when you started it yourself. Your chartered accountant or somebody told you that, oh, you get 80C benefits, so please open a PPF account, or you were egged on by the social media, etc., and you knew what is a PPF, so you opened a PPF account. Similarly, you can also open something called a brokerage account. A brokerage account is something very simple. It allows you to buy investments through that account. So the advantage is that account can be held in your name. It could have a nominee. And the nominee makes no sense because this is just a transaction account, but there could be money lying there, right? So along with your bank account, they sometimes push you to buy a demat account, open a demat account and a broking account. That makes sense. If you have a demat account, chances are tomorrow you will want to fill that account with shares and stocks or mutual funds or ETFs or gold bonds, sovereign gold bonds. For all this you need a brokerage account. Now the brokerage account can get shares in two forms, even mutual funds in two forms initially. You can when you buy mutual funds, you can apply, and afterwards you can say, okay, please convert it into demat mode. I don't like demat mode of holding equity shares. It makes no sense, but that's a completely different topic. So you can now start buying and selling shares. Who should be opening a broking account? That is not something which I want to say, because ideally a person should open a brokerage account only and only when they know what shares to buy and sell, because if they don't know that, they'll be egged on by a half-baked relationship manager from that bank or brokerage company and make you do deals which you later on will wonder why the hell did you even do those deals, right? So you have to be ultra careful about where you're opening an account and how they are pushing you to do some deals. Even today, in one place where I have a brokerage account, just when I'm about to do a deal, say I'm trying to buy 3,000 shares, they will offer me margin funding and say how I can buy 15,000 shares, right? So that's the kind of leverage that they provide. And I've always said that I should be investing because I have money. I should not be investing because HDFC Bank has money. HDFC Bank will always have money. That does not mean I should take margin funding from any bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI, Kotak, and be investing. That's wrong, right? But that's my view, and I'm again digressing. So a brokerage account works in a very simple way. Like you opened a bank account, the same bank might open a brokerage account for you, where you can decide to buy shares. So you buy a share that will go into your demat account. You sell shares, it will go out of your demat account. Now your PPF or NPS, etc., got you tax breaks. Opening a demat account and opening a trading account will not get you any tax break, nothing. In fact, if you make capital gains, you will pay tax on it. If you hold shares for less than 1 year, you will pay short-term capital gains. If you hold shares for more than 1 year, you will pay long-term capital gains. So that does not change. Opening a brokerage account today should not cost you money, but you never know. Somebody, they could charge you 600 rupees or 700 rupees and tell you, don't worry, this money will come back to you in the first 10 trades or things like that. So sometimes it will cost you money, sometimes it may not cost you money. There is no income limit. Anybody can open a brokerage account. So this was also a question which I was asked, that I am earning only 3,60,000 rupees and I am not paying any income tax. Can I open a brokerage account? Of course, you can open a brokerage account. A person with 3 crores, 30 crores, 300 crores, 3 lakhs, 30,000, anybody can open a brokerage account. But obviously, if you have still not maxed out your other investment options, etc., it may not be the best way to be investing, especially if you are investing as an amateur and you are going to be egged on by the stupid relationship manager who has absolutely no clue about what is happening in the market. So you have to be very careful about not losing too much money or using it as a learning. So you can sit and learn. You can also find a good financial advisor who will teach you how to build your portfolio. It's not easy. Such people are not very easy to find. And you can start slowly building up your portfolio, right? So you see how a portfolio is to be constructed and things like that. Actually, brokerage account is meant for people who are not happy with what fund managers are doing with the mutual funds, or they don't think that they have the competence to find the right ETF. It's a huge jungle out there, right? So private sector bank ETF, public sector bank ETF, total banking sector ETF, right? So you don't know which one to buy, NBFC ETF. So you will get confused analyzing ETFs. So it's not very simple doing that. So if you can find an advisor or be so interested that you are willing to spend your spare time in learning how to be investing. Once you can do all that, maybe you should be opening a brokerage account. But today I think anybody who goes to open a salary account is thrust a brokerage account. So almost everybody has a brokerage account. Now brokerage account, normally the ones which are pushed to you are the cut broking or the zero broking rates, right? 5paisa.com and zero the broking, zero the brokerage. So these are the ones which are given to you. Now if you are a person who is going to be DIY and not bother, you don't want the services of an RM or anything, it makes sense to open an account in one of these places and know that you are independent. Make sure that the RM does not tell you what to buy or sell. You have to make up your own mind. Like Sam Manekshaw said, it requires 361 days of preparedness for a 4-day war, right? So it requires a lot of preparedness. What do? I have an investment portfolio and I have a trading portfolio. In my trading portfolio, brokerage is important. So I have it with I should have my brokerage with a cut broker or a discount broker. I don't do it. I have everything with one broker and I deal only through him, right? But for people who have trading, the need to cut down on brokerage cost is very high. Otherwise, you will not make any money. So decide whether you want an online broker, you want a full-fledged broker, you want a discount broker. These are the 3-4 things to look for in a broker. And also remember, and I've been warning about this even in my debt video, these guys will come and keep on pushing the margin account to you, saying, sir, you need to put only 10,000 rupees of your own. We can do a 40,000 rupee trade or a 50,000 rupee trade, or it doesn't really matter. And once you have a good amount, let's say you have 2 crores in your Demat account, then they will start giving you loan against shares, and they will keep on pushing you to take leverage and do more transaction, right? But don't succumb to that. How to open a brokerage account today is very simple. All you have to do is call your bank and say, मेरे को एक brokerage account खोलना है. He will or she will come home, take some 47 signatures, photographs, your wife's consent and everything, right? I'm just joking. They don't take wife's consent, don't worry. So they will take all that and they'll open an account for you. They will tell you 10 days and they open it in 7 days and say, see, we tried really hard. So therefore, anyway, it takes 10 days to open an account or 7 days to open an account, does not matter, right? All you have to do is put it adequate, some photographs, Aadhaar card, PAN card and all those things, typical requirement for opening a bank account. Obviously there is something called a KYC with the banker, or the broker will do it for you. You don't really have to do anything. This is very different from your PF and PPF, etc., where application of brain is not very important. You're saying, okay, some money gets cut, and whereas in a brokerage account, you have to decide to fund it. You have to move money from your bank account, or your money is put on hold. Then you do the transaction, money is removed from your account and the shares are put into your demat account. So you need to understand the process. You also need to understand that they will all give you your quarterly profit and loss and 6 monthly profit and loss, whatever you need for calculating your advance checks. End of the year they will give you enough data with which you can compute your capital gains, right? So all these things is what you should expect from that company, but to think that they can build your portfolio is wrong, completely wrong. You have to learn construction of portfolio yourself and do it yourself. Thank you.